We are back, and so is the IPL. Except this time it's happening in the UAE with empty stands. As part of our Restart 2020 series, we are here to prepare you for this year's long awaited IPL. We are the overperforming underdogs. Welcome to our channel. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting and in depth content. Finally, we are getting a chance to see our favorite Indian cricketers in action. In the last few months, we have only seen them in Instagram live sessions, having some candid conversations. And a lot has changed in the last few months. Well, Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma have announced their pregnancy. Hardik Pandya announced his engagement and marriage with Natasha and her pregnancy and the arrival of her newborn child in keeping with his high strike rate. Congratulations to all of them. And let's move on to some actual cricket now. So we'll go through the teams one by one and talk about what's changed, their strengths, their weaknesses, and what to watch out for. It's important to keep in mind that the games are happening in UAE, so in all probability, we'll get flat, slow-turning wickets. Dew shouldn't be too much of an issue. Players aren't allowed to use saliva to shine the ball, and there won't be any home advantages or your so-called fortresses. And no crowds, obviously, to egg on the players in the dry heat, at least for the first few weeks.
Off topic. But why no saliva?
Corona. They're not allowed.
So let's get started with Chennai Super Kings. What's changed? Mahendra Singh Dhoni has retired from international cricket.
Finally.
That surely is the biggest change. This IPL could turn out to be a long Dhoni farewell tour. Expect a supercharged Super Kings fan base throughout the season. Chinnathala Suresh Raina has opted out because of a personal tragedy and for fear of the pandemic. All-rounder Sam Curran, Piyush Chawla and Josh Hazelwood along with R. Sai Kishore were the new additions in the auction. The strengths of the Chennai Super Kings are that the other conditions in the Middle East, they are going to be slow, really warm and have dusty tracks that are tailor-made for spinners, especially as the tournament progresses. The CSK squad boasts of the best spin bowling lineup of the tournament with Imran Tahir, Mitchell Santner and Ravichandran Jadeja, along with Indian veterans Harbhajan Singh and Piyush Chawla and capped Indian spinner Karan Sharma likely to be the bench warmers. Dhoni as a captain on spinning tracks is going to be in his comfort zone. It's going to be a tough grind for all teams that face Dhoni's men as they will slow down the pace of the game to suit his team's needs. The weaknesses. The number 3, the number 4 and the number 5 spots are a bit of a mess with Suresh Raina gone. It is going to be a gaping hole that needs to be fixed. This is an aging squad with a large part of the expected playing 11 to be well into their 30s. This is going to be a test of fitness. While 2 years ago they proved everybody wrong, 2 years at this age in international sports is a long time. The COVID outbreak in the camp means pre-season has been a challenge. Morale is low and they will definitely miss Suresh Raina, who's a proven match winner, the vice captain and most importantly, a very jovial teammate to have. What to watch out for the Chennai Super Kings? MSD employing smart tactics with a team that's built for his needs. Maybe MSD's farewell tour. Twitter handled faux pas. Chennai Super Kings have been having a lot of them recently. And maybe a top 4 finish.
I doubt that.
Which part? Maybe or?
The top 4 finish.
Okay. We now move on to the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. What has changed? A whole lot. Top-notch talent in Aaron Finch, Chris Morris, Dale Steyn, Isuru Udana, Joshua Philippe and Kane Richardson, who's since been replaced by Adam Zampa, have been bought in or traded in. They also have Pawan Deshpande and Shahbaz Ahmed. Also, Virat Kohli is a parent in waiting. What are the strengths of the RCB? The batting lineup, simply the best in the business, led by Captain Virat Kohli, Mr. 360 ABD, Aaron Finch, and one of the most exciting young talents, Devdutt Padikkal. The all-rounder department is rich in talent. Moeen Ali, Chris Morris, Shivam Dube, Isuru Udana all are going to be proving a handful. The weaknesses of the RCB. The wicket keeper spot is still a spot of bother. with Parthiv Patel the only recognized specialist. The spin department on turning tracks means reliability on Chahal. He is good, but likely unsupported by another spinner. The problem of balance and the tag of choking continues to be an RCB problem. This team is a powerhouse and, dare I say, almost certain of a playoff spot, but they need to find a balance really soon. Will they play an overseas all-rounder or leave out the likes of Dale Steyn, which exposes the pace bowling unit, or a Chris Morris, leaving their close-out hitters wanting for more? The hope for this team is their star performers win them games while they find their balance. Here's what you can expect. Honestly, they're hoping that they don't disappoint their legion of fans who stood by them through a really tough period, results-wise. Devdutt Padikkal is one of the hottest cricketing assets in India, a local Karnataka boy that at a very young age has a fantastic record in all domestic tournaments. And this looks like a team that can make it to the playoffs, maybe even go all the way.
Moving from south to north, next up is Sunrisers Hyderabad. What's changed for them is the captaincy, from Kane Williamson to David Warner. Kane Williamson may not start every game. In the IPL auctions, they've bought Priyam Garg, Virat Singh, and hard-hitting Abdul Samad, and all-rounders Mitchell Marsh and Fabian Allen. Their strengths are their openers, a spin wizard, and India's premium swing bowler. Bairstow and Warner are forces to reckon with. They showed great form last year, and there is no reason to suspect a different showing this time around. Rashid Khan on pitches that turn and in familiar conditions like Dubai, it's a match made in heaven. Bhuvneshwar Kumar will lead an interesting fast bowling unit that includes the likes of Sandeep Sharma, Siddharth Kaul, and Basil Thampi. Their weaknesses are a really thin batting lineup, and there is no one to follow up Bairstow and Warner. Manish Pandey is unreliable, and Vijay Shankar has largely been missing in action for the last 15 months. Also, there is no proven all-rounder. Mitchell Marsh and Vijay Shankar are not the primary all-rounders at the core of a team that can make a championship run. What to watch out for? Well, it's a team that relies heavily on a few star players, and depending on their form and luck on that day, we suspect that it's a team that blows hot and cold. They might cause a few upsets. It'll be a challenge for them to make it to the top 4, honestly. Next up is our favorite team, Mumbai Indians. What's changed? Well, as one expects, for a team defending its title, not much has changed. Nathan Coulter-Nile and Chris Lynn were the two big names brought in, along with Saurabh Tiwari, Prince Balwant Singh Rai, Mohsin Khan. Shane Rutherford was traded in. The key thing here is James Patterson was brought in as replacement to Lasith Malinga on slow UAE wickets. Their strengths are the batting lineup, arguably the best wicketkeeper in international cricket, Quinton de Kock, along with Rohit Sharma, Chris Lynn, and an informed Surya Kumar Yadav. This has to be a lineup that every team is going to dread, but there's more, a strong core of all-rounders. MI all-rounders have the likes of Hardik Pandya, who's returning from an injury, the CPL T20 winning captain Kieron Pollard, and Krunal Pandya. They probably have the best bowling lineup, the one and only Boom Boom Jasprit Bumrah, along with Nathan Coulter-Nile and James Patterson, with Indian medium pace of Dhaval Kulkarni. Their weaknesses would be that on a slow turning track, Mumbai Indians miss a quality spinner with Krunal Pandya and Rahul Chahar as their frontline spinners and Jayant Yadav as their backup. This could very well be the difference between a championship winning team and being just a playoff team. There is also talk of Mumbai Indians not being the fittest side, with the core of the team Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah all returning from significant injuries. What to watch out for this season is that, well, obviously there's no more Wankhede. This team has a tremendous home record. With a team built to play in smaller stadiums like Wankhede, on slow turning tracks, it may be a grind. Just a playoff finish would be an average performance as a well-balanced big ticket team like Mumbai. Will Rohit Sharma continue to prove that he's a shrewd limited overs captain? Only time will tell.
Hi guys, so I've split the video in two parts. I hope you have enjoyed the first part. The second part will be up soon. Please like, share and subscribe so that I can get some food.